Hello, YouTube. My name is LegoCop75, and today we have another Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas. And let me get my timer going. Get that. Nope. Hold on. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So we last left off, I basically spent a crap ton of time setting the game up and discovering all the issues inherent with it. I.e., alt-tabbing, causing an immediate hernia on the game's part, which sucks. Oh, no, yep, see. Yeah, no, there it is. There's the hernia. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's try this again. My voice is recording. That's the important bit. There we go. Just skip all this. Yeah, I set up the game, talked about it. Did a whole tutorial house and Doc Mitchell's house of horror, that wonder. So yeah, now we're going to explore the open world and experience Fallout New Vegas. Let's do this. Ah yes, for those of you who decide to play this game on your own, this is what you'll experience if you have all DLC. Old World Blues. You've gotten a fragmented signal on your Pip-Boy, a coded transmission of some sort, with a sad, jazzy undercut that makes your head hurt. As far as you can tell, it appears to be an invitation to the Midnight Science Fiction feature at the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to catch the trailers. No. Actually, yes. That's actually one of the favorite parts about going to a movie in theaters is seeing trailers. Especially now, because I don't see commercials anymore due to YouTube Red. So, whenever a new film pops up, I don't really get informed about it. Old World Blues loaded. Old World Blues has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5. Oh, the reunion. Your Pip-Boy has received a signal coordinates. Oh well, a signal. Coordinates that lead to the canyon wreckage west of Prim. Following the coordinates are the words, Courier 6. It's signed, Ulysses. Okay. Lonesome Road has been roaded. Your level cap has been increased by 5. Happy Trails Expedition. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to Zion Valley. Honest Hearts has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5. Alrighty. Mysterious broadcast. Okay. I think that's all of them. Gunrunner's Arsenal. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications. Head to your nearest participating vendor to pursue the merchandise. Oh yeah, the beginning part is the ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked weapon manufacturers into high gear. Gunrunner's Arsenal has been loaded. Okay, is that everything? Hello, who are you?
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, It's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alright, that's it. Nope, hold on.
Happy trails!
Happy trails. Yep, so Victor is the one who dug us out of that grave. And despite his stature, is able to balance on a single wheel. Oh, here we go. The Sierra Madre grand opening. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast, inviting you to the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. Dead money has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5. There we go. There's the deep voice everyone loves, the radio voice. Mr. Radio, as one of my bosses calls me. And we take a sip from our trusty Vault 13 canteen. Yeah, this is the beginning area. Now, normally on most Let's Plays I do, or not Let's Plays, but plays, it's really hard to eat and talk at the same time. But most playthroughs I do now of Fallout New Vegas, I usually sprint immediately to one of the DLCs, beat that DLC, and with the gear I acquire from that, just carry myself through the rest of the game. Oh, that reminds me. And this is what I get for not eating dinner in between video recordings. Actually, I might do that after this video, but yeah. There we go. Also, this is literally just a smaller house, like Fallout 3. They just shrunk it down. That's funny. Can we go in here? Oh, we can. And take whatever we want to. Cool. Free stuff. Oh, BB gun. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Never actually been in this house before. I didn't know. So, the reason why I said it's free is anything that's considered stealing in this game is marked in red. That's how you know if you're stealing something. Oh, there goes Victor. Ugh, what a beautiful game. I think this game came out in 2010, even after all these years. Still, just a beautiful game to just go through and experience. Also, this is the console command. There we go. Or console menu. And I'm just gonna, because I said this in the last video, and I meant to do this in between, but I'm just going to give myself the Wild Wasteland. ID code. Penalties. Game becomes significantly less serious. That's not bad. Oh. Player dot add perk 000 ED 568. There we go. Alright, we should be good to go. Hopefully... Actually, you know what? I might load a prior save just to make sure that doesn't have any issues. Actually, yeah, I think I'll do that. Just to make sure. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just to be safe. No, damn it, I didn't do it right. There we go. Sadly, we have to go through this all again, but that's okay. Oh. I brought my hands up for combat. Talk to you real quick, just to have this done. There we go. Now we'll just head back over to this house, grab all the stuff that I grabbed in there already, and go from there. There we go, dead money. Now, I'll definitely be playing all the DLCs in order in which they were released in. So, of course, we'll be doing Dead Money first. Oh, that's a... I didn't know that was a desk you can grab stuff from. Interesting. Alright, talk to Victor, did all that. Let's make a save here. Let me actually check. And I'll show you the Pip-Boy menu. There we go. Now on hardcore difficulty. Actually, let me make sure I'm actually... Hardcore on. Very good. And you can also do hardcore mode on easy difficulty as well. Like, that's separate from the game difficulty. So really, if you just want the maximum challenge, it's hardcore plus very hard difficulty. So, yeah, let me check my perks. Yep. And if everything went according to plan, we should be good. Yep, here are my skills. Everything is very good now. So, speech, good. Survival, yep, all that jazz. Repair, pretty high up there. Just excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Those are radiation. Effects that we get from chems, food, and apparel. Guns don't actually provide any effects. Like passive effects, anything like that, as far as I'm aware. That's more in the more recent games. H2O. These are the meters for hardcore mode. These basically, water will be a high demand. We'll be needing to supply ourselves with a steady flow of water, so we do not die of dehydration. And there we go. Now, before I carry on, I am going to... Oh, yeah. We'll look at this real quick. Apparel can consist of many different types of gear, ranging from clothing and armor to sunglasses and hats. Damage threshold. Some apparel grants damage threshold to the wearer. Your DT is the sum of all DT for currently equipped apparel, plus any bonuses from perks or chems. DT is directly subtracted from incoming damage, so a higher DT provides superior protection. Though a small percentage of damage can get through even the thickest armor, a high DT is quite valuable. So in this game, you cannot be 100% damage proof, unless you modify the game code to make it so that's possible. And is also including damage threshold and damage resistance are two separate stats that go hand in hand. So, and as far as I'm aware in this game, the only way to have a high damage resistance is through chems. No armor in the game provides damage resistance, only damage threshold. Except for two items. And one of them is a quest item that you lose once you beat a certain quest. And I'll show that off when we get there. Now, this was something that they changed in this game, but not in Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, it was the first Fallout game to, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, it's the first Fallout game to include durability on items, but they didn't do it in a good way. Basically, how it, like anything, the more you use it, the further it breaks down. Eventually, when you use an item enough, it will break apart, because you've used it so goddamn much. Sorry, my throat was getting dry from eating cheese. But yeah. However, in Fallout 3, the second the bar started going down, the item's effectiveness would also go down, like immediately. You see, like for guns, they would immediately start losing like 2 or 3 points of damage, which is like ridiculous. So in Fallout New Vegas, they've made it so that there's a buffer zone, of durability where anywhere within that zone, the gun works at peak efficiency. Like the damage doesn't go down, the accuracy, reloading, none of that. So so long as it's within that zone, it's fine. It works well. Armor, same thing, but instead of it being above 50% instead of it being 75% or more condition for it to be in that buffer zone, it's 50% or more for the buffer zone, which is great. Now, the armor will still break apart in seconds on higher difficulties. Like certain enemies will just destroy your armor's durability to the point of just leaving it a tattered, hole-punched mess, like Deathclaws. They will destroy your armor viciously. So that is something to keep in mind. Repair costs will be high. But aside from that, it's a nice workaround and option for that. Yep. Also, explaining how light, medium, heavy, medium apparel will slow characters down. Repair, yeah. And there's perks as well to make repairing easier. For me, all I do is I just spend loads of money to repair armor, because you cannot repair it without finding other gear items to repair it with, or you can't use repair kits. Like in this game, they bring back repair kits for guns, or just have that as an option for weapons, but they don't have that for armor, despite having that option in Oblivion. I don't know. This is weird, but yeah. And we are going to be equipping the lightweight metal armor, because that is currently the best armor we have right now. Oh, and weapons, too. We are going to equip... the weathered 10mm pistol. There we go. Good gun. Very good gun. And now we're going to talk to Chet. And sell all of our stuff to him. Not all of it. Hello.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
And that's one of the issues I have with regular bullet weapons in this game. Is some weapons are really fun to use, like the shoulder-mounted machine gun or the minigun from one of the DLCs, but it uses 10mm ammo, and that ammo does not have armor-piercing rounds, only regular and hollow point, which means it's very limited in what you can use against. Well, yeah, it's not good against armored targets, which sucks. So, it is what it is. But this is why energy weapons are just better. They're just simpler.
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right? They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans. Can do.
Alright, so we're going to be selling this, all that, this piece of crap, this, all these, this, Venom. Actually, I'm going to hold on to that. This. We'll hold on to those, actually. There we go. I'm also going to get rid of these too, because they have a debuff. There we go. Travel rating armor, yeah, I don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need whiskey. Alrighty. Very good.
Another satisfied customer.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff
Take
you
it
get
easy now.
early on is both overpowered and useless junk. Really only good for lining your pockets with goodies. Which is fine, I don't mind that. Alright, let's go explore the graveyard up here. Yeah. So ideally for me, this playthrough, I'll be going through a crit build and an energy weapon build. And the ideal weapon I want for that build is going to be the Gatling laser. As I think, in my opinion, the best DPS in the game. From both a magazine size perspective and the damage perspective. You can do crazy damage with it. And there is a ton of stuff that boosts the effectiveness of the weapon. I'll be taking that. And there's one other thing we need to get up here. Snow globes. Now, there is a character that in this game collects these snow globes, and they pay out 2,000 caps for each snow globe. So as a bit of early cash, I'm going to be collecting these damn things. I've also been going for the Mr. House ending. Also, in order to open graves, you also need a shovel, for obvious reasons.
Howdy, partner.
Nope. Can't talk to you any further. That's okay. Alright. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Alright, now we're going to continue the tutorial. And gain some more XP, because why not? Oh, hello.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, I'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Primm don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Very nice. I think I actually might... Yeah, I think I might just end this episode here. Yeah, made some decent progress. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.